Carter, speaking with LJ a little bit about Jon. I mean, you guys voted unanimously, it sounds like, to bring Jon back. What was LJ said when initially, when the comment was made, he didn't think that Jon said that, and then when he found out that he did say it, I was wondering kind of your perspective from the situation and how you kind of dealt with it to begin with.
Yeah, I didn't really know if he had said that or not at the same time, but at the same point, I did understand that people are human and people make mistakes. And I felt that Jon was a person that's worthy of forgiveness. It was just a matter of the process that Coach D put him through. Was he going to be able to make it? And I feel like everything is going well with that process so far. We've embraced him with open arms, and he's a great player, great person. Looking forward to continue to work with him.
What was it like? I mean, there's outrage, and obviously with social media, and I don't want to make light of the situation in any way, but when you guys were seeing how other people were reacting, how are you reacting to it?
Well, you got to be careful with the way other people react because they don't know a person individually. So I never judge anybody unless it's a freaking behavior, I guess. But never got that vibe from Jon ever since I've been there. Played with him 2 years, never got that vibe. So I wasn't really too concerned. I just wanted to talk to him. He gave his personal talks. He addressed the team. He did everything he was supposed to do. And I feel like when you make a mistake, as long as you go back, fix it, correct it, go to those that you may have hurt or offended, and I feel like he's done that.
Would you handle it differently if he was just a classmate, not a teammate? Would you still feel the same way?
Would I forgive him if he was just a classmate? Yeah, I would forgive him regardless. I mean, I'm a big person of forgiveness. Jesus told me to forgive, or he won't forgive me, so I definitely would forgive him.
Khari, can you summarize what you hope you left the audience with at your inspiring lunch talk today?
I hope I left the audience with a sense of who I am as a person, where I come from, where a lot of the other fellow student athletes come from, and what we can do and what we can be with our platform to our communities. I feel that our personal convictions and things that we need to stay true to can be very, very inspiring for the next Big Ten safety who decides to go somewhere else.
It must be quite an honor. How does that come about?
Yeah, it was definitely an honor. Coach D had told me that he would possibly put me out there for it, and I'll possibly get selected. It ended up happening. We ended up preparing for it, and I'm gonna watch it. Hopefully, it went the way I planned it, but nobody said it went bad so far. So hopefully, it didn't.
Thank you.
Well, Kirk,
to speak and be this representative.
Yeah, I think I've developed a great relationship with Coach D over the years. I feel like what I stand for and what he stands for are a lot. They run parallel, a lot. I feel like they overlap in most areas. We believe in a lot of the same things. We see things the same way, and I think that he could have picked a lot of guys on our team to nominate, but I feel like he picked me for a reason, and hopefully I didn't disappoint him.
Did you? I mean, Kirk Cousins years ago did the same thing, and I mean that speech. I mean, not only with his play, but that speech is almost as much of a part of his legacy at Michigan State as his athleticism. I mean, can you kind of elaborate a little bit? I mean, it's a speech, it's an honor, but I mean, is this something you're going to look at years from now?
Yeah, definitely. It's not just any old speech. You're speaking, to the Big Ten Conference. You're speaking on behalf of 1,400 players. You're speaking on behalf of the great coaches and the great college football minds in the country, and you set the stage kind of for yourself. It's an opportunity to present yourself. Kirk did a great job. Big shoes to fill. Denard Robinson did an excellent job, and also watched David Blau last year. He did a great job. So there's been great jobs done on the speech. It's not a little deal at all. It's a big deal.
Any nerves going into it? Or?
Absolutely. I was nervous for probably like the first 30 seconds. Once I got into the beat of my message, I felt that we were smooth sailing.
Have a set time?
Yeah, I think the time was somewhere around like 3 to 7 minutes. I think mine might have been around like 5-6 minutes.
Did you feel like it should have been more? I mean, 'cause it seemed like you had a lot to say.
Yeah, I had a lot to say. I didn't say some things I had planned to say. I think it just happened that way. But I feel like the meat of my message was out, and I feel like it was relatable in a way that people can understand it. And that was the biggest thing. I wanted to relate to a lot of players since I was speaking on their behalf.
What's one thing?
Coach talking about the situation, a lot of healing process going on.
Yeah.
How does that relate to what?
Yeah, I feel like my message speaks to our team. It speaks to what we've been through, what we're going through, and it speaks to what we are doing as far as how we are reacting. And I think that's the biggest thing is the way that we react, the way we handle some things we can control, some things we can't. And understanding that and moving forward off that, I think it's going to help us.
Khari, you mentioned you used the phrase the meat of your message. If there there's one big bite that you want someone to take from that and remember, what is the main kind of the meat of your message? But can you explain it a little bit further? And what would you want people to take from that?
Yeah, I would want people to take the meat of my message is go be a light to somebody who's in darkness. Go inspire a kid, go inspire some faith, go and give back. If you are in an advantageous position, go and give back. You're not too big to give back. You can use your platform to help. And any help that people can get, I'm sure they'll take it.
Before you got to Michigan State, I mean, you're sitting here now. Can you kind of tell us, thinking back before you got to Michigan State, you're sitting here now talking about delivering a keynote speech. You're a leader of the program. Did you see any of this coming?
I kind of dreamed of it, but as a kid, you just kind of hope, coming in as a freshman, you kind of hope you could play. And I felt that once I be able to play, I get some plays under my feet, get some trust going, keep my grades where they need to be, then I felt like good things will happen from there, as they always have. So I think that if you just stick true to yourself, good things, everything can take care of itself. And I think that it's done that. It's been that way so far, following coaching, basically pretty simple if you just listen to your parents. That's how I kind of look at it.
Appreciate it, Coach. Thank you.
I'm the 7th overall, the 5th of 7 boys.
Excuse me.